Today, we're going to be tuning the brand new RFX, and we're going to be tuning the Apex Extreme. We're going to be showing you guys engine swaps, suspension tunes, and the gearbox configuration. For the engine swap on the RFX, I recommend you guys buy the V12 engine. And for the chassis on the RFX, use the race chassis. For suspension tune on the RFX, I recommend you guys to pause the video. And for the gearbox configuration on the RFX, leave it stock. For the engine swap on the Apex Extreme, leave it stock. For the chassis on the Apex Extreme, use the race chassis. For suspension tune on the Apex Extreme, I recommend you guys to pause the video. For the gearbox configuration on the Apex Extreme, leave it stock. On these cars, we're going to be doing a handling test, top speed test, drag test, and a trail job test if you don't want to take it out for racing. Alright, so we're at the handling test area. Let's see how well these cars can do. Alright, so the RFX can be possible 57 seconds to 58 seconds, while the Apex Extreme can be possible 1 min 1 to 1 min 2. Alright, on to the next test, which is top speed. Alright, so we're at the top speed test area. Let's see how well these cars can do. Alright, so the Apex Extreme can be possible 55 seconds to 56 seconds, while the RFX can be possible 56 seconds to 57 seconds. Alright, on to the next test, which is drag. Alright, so we're at the drag test area. Let's see how well these cars can do. Alright, so both these cars can be possible 11.8 to 11.9. Alright, on to the final test, was the trail job test. Before we get into the trail job test, we're showing you guys the trail job setup on both these cars. For the trail job chassis on the Apex Extreme, use stock chassis. For the trail job suspension tune, I recommend you guys to pause the video. The gearbox configuration and the engine swap is the exact same as the racing setup. For the trail job chassis in the RFX, use a stock chassis. For the trail job suspension tuner in the RFX, I recommend you guys to pause the video. The gearbox configuration and the engine swap is the same as the racing setup. Alright, on to the trail job test for both these cars. Alright, so we're at the trail job test area. Let's see how well these cars can handle with a trailer. In our opinion, the RFX overall, it's a quite decent car. Top speed, it's decent. The overall acceleration, it's decent. The brakes, it's good. And handling overall is pretty decent. What about for trail jobs? It's a decent car for trail jobs. Top speed is decent. The acceleration is decent. The overall brakes for trail jobs is surprisingly good. And handling is quite decent. And the weight overall for trail jobs is decent, but the car will spin out if you turn too hard. In our opinion on the Apex Extreme, it's a decent car. Top speed, it's good. Acceleration is decent. Overall brakes, it's good. And handling overall is decent, but it will spin out if you turn too aggressively. But what about for trail jobs? It's a decent car for trail jobs. Top speed is decent. The acceleration is decent. The overall brakes for trail jobs are surprisingly good. And the overall handling is quite decent. The weight overall for trail jobs is decent, but the car will spin out if you turn too hard. Well, are both these cars worth getting? Look for decent cars to use for trail jobs. The RFX and the Apex Extreme are good options. However, if you own the Hammer A1 mainly for trail jobs, then both these cars are collection cars. And if you want these cars for racing, there are much better options out there like the Altus 441 GTE, which makes these cars overall collection cars. And if you aren't interested in collection cars, then both these cars aren't worth getting. And both these cars have auction prices. And the RFX is also obtainable in the weekly quest through Season 5 Week 2.
Alright dude, what the flip?
Anyways, that'll end the video. Make sure to subscribe for more travel content, more sharp reveals, and more races coming out soon. Alright, see you guys next time.